Welcome to day 6 of the In Her Image podcast. I am so glad that you are continuing this journey through Proverbs 31. Today's verse brings us to a powerful reminder about the importance of trust in relationships, how building trust through reliability and consistency strengthens our connections with others. Trust is one of the most crucial aspects of healthy relationships, and it's what we're going to unpack today. Our verse is from Proverbs 31:11, where it reads, "Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value." This verse speaks to the trust that exists between the Proverbs 31 woman and her husband. Let's explore how we can apply this in our own lives and all relationships. In Proverbs 31:11, we see a woman who has earned the complete trust of her husband, and as a result, he lacks nothing of value. This speaks to the depth of trust that exists in a healthy, thriving relationship, one that is built on mutual respect, reliability, and consistent commitment. The Proverbs 31 woman is someone whose actions align with her words. She is dependable and trustworthy, and through her actions, she inspires confidence in those around her. Trust is foundational to every strong relationship. Without trust, even the most passionate or loving relationships can break down. This is not just true in marriage, but in any relationship, whether it's family, friends, or even colleagues. The Proverbs 31 woman knows the importance of trust and creates an environment of safety and security. She doesn't need to constantly reassure her husband because her consistency, honesty, and reliability has already spoken volumes. In our lives, building trust requires us to act with integrity, follow through on our commitments, and show up when we say we will. It's about being dependable and creating a safe space for others to rely on us. Trustworthiness also requires vulnerability. It's the willingness to be open, transparent, and authentic in our communications so others can feel confident in us without fear of betrayal or disappointment. When we focus on being trustworthy, we help our relationships thrive. Trust allows people to feel supported and secure, knowing that we will be there when they need us. Just like the Proverbs 31 woman, we can work to build trust in our relationships by being consistent, reliable, and true to our word. God, as our good Father, is the ultimate example of trustworthiness. His promises are unwavering and his faithfulness is consistent. He always keeps his word and is always present when we need him. This is a standard by which we are called to reflect his faithfulness in our relationships. Just as God is reliable and dependable, we are called to mirror his consistency in how we treat others. His love for us is steadfast and unconditional, and we are called to embody the same love by being dependable and trustworthy in our interactions. When we reflect God's faithfulness, we strengthen our relationships and create a foundation where trust can flourish. To live in her image is to reflect God's fatherly nature by being someone others can depend on. We are called to show up, honor our commitments, and live with integrity. Just as God keeps his promises, we too are called to keep ours. When we do, we create an environment where trust can grow and relationships can thrive. Our reflection question for today is, what is one way you can build trust in your relationships today? As you reflect on today's devotional, I encourage you to think about one area in your life where you can build or strengthen trust. Maybe there's a commitment you've made that needs more attention, or perhaps there's someone in your life who needs your consistent support and reliability. Choose one relationship today to focus on and commit to showing up with integrity and consistency. Let your actions reflect God's faithfulness and trustworthiness. Thank you for joining me for day 6 of the In Her Image podcast. I hope today's episode has inspired you to reflect on how trust is built and maintained in your relationships. Remember, being trustworthy doesn't just strengthen your connections. It also creates a foundation of security and love for everyone around you. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend who might need to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes as we continue exploring the Proverbs 31 woman. If you enjoyed today's devotional, please take a moment to leave a review, subscribe, and share it with others. I'd love to hear how you're applying these principles in your life, so feel free to reach out on social media or leave a comment below. Together, Let's continue this conversation and build a community of women committed to living out God's truth. See you tomorrow.